keep this hand. I've been having this terrible problem where I just flat out don't draw land, so I'm hoping to avoid that and keeping this 5 land hand. We can cast all the spells in our hand, that's a plus. And start pushing damage with that guy, gain some life. So we'll dash him. And then next turn we'll cast the Wind Scout, most likely. If he does nothing, we may cast the Marty Scout again. But usually once you get to 3, you're casting some kind of a spell. So he has a 2/3 that he's looking just to trade with the Marty Scout that he knows we have. Wind Scout. Fly on over. Then we'll take 2. I'm not entirely sure what the mana is being kept up for. We want to push damage, so I'm going to dash this guy again. We just had nothing on 4, apparently. At 5, I feel, unless he's just missing a color, like he has to do something. No? So what we'll do is we'll just attack for 2. And we will outright cast the Marty Scout. Three, 6, 8. If he plays something with power 2 here, power 4 greater for 3 or less. Okay, so if he plays something with power 3 or less here, and we'll just, if he does somehow thwart it, we'll just buy it back next turn with the Warden of the Inward Eye. Power 3 or less. Cast Mob Rule, get Prowess, steal his board, and kill him with it. So I think that's the game. But he's got something. So I don't get that guy. I can even just burn away a guy next turn. If he doesn't answer our flyer, and hit him for 3. So that was game 1. I'm thinking our opponent had to have been missing color. I don't know much about what our opponent's doing over there, though. I didn't put anything too balmy or a clever impersonator or something that I want. But, I mean, again, we only played 3 cards out of our deck to see 3 cards out of his deck, pretty much, and just not enough to make an educated decision on much there. This hand's interesting. We'll still keep it. We have right into being to get a guy in 3. And if it's a creature we can flip and it's red, then the rune mark gets way crazier. So he was missing green, it looks like our opponent was Abzan and just black couldn't cast spells in his hand. We have nothing on 2 otherwise, so we'll play this tapped, which gives us access to a Seeker whenever we do decide we want to go with it. It's actually interesting too, we can rune mark the Seeker now to give the Seeker flying. Make it a 4/4 flyer. I mean, I feel like a lot of decks just can't deal with that. Of all the rune marks to actually play in Limited, I would definitely say the Jeskai rune mark is the most powerful. Flying is a huge, huge advantage if you're in the Jeskai deck and you can afford to play one, I think. Could have kept up Wild Slash and keeping the red mana untapped for his Bloodsucker, but I don't think there's much I need to buff or to bluff that. Like I could see our opponent playing the Morph here. Nope, injury our guy, that's pretty good. He's wearing himself fairly low on cards. I'm going to cast the Expert this turn. I really want to get the rune mark onto something relevant. I'm at 4 cards, expelling a debilitating injury. I know a few went around the table, but I doubt that he has multiples in hand, and if he does, it's still fine in my book. If he does have one, now is definitely the time to use it, though. I'd like to draw a blue source so I can play that and keep Force Away up. So then if he blocks with the Sky Captain to bolster onto this guy, we can just force it away. Didn't hit it, that's okay. So probably blocks with the Sky Captain on the swing. Nope, just wants to race us. I think that we showed him that it's probably not the best idea with us having Mob Rule in the deck, but to each their own. Doesn't just gain flying until end of turn, bud. It's gonna be a 5/3 forever. And yeah. If we're racing though, let's do it. We are in a race situation, though. A pretty good one to be in. Just refuses to block. I guess I could have cast it before to make my guy a little bigger with the prowess. Misplay on my part. He's tapped out, there's no reason for us not to. So we'll manifest this one. We'll top that one. We'll return to our hand. Maybe should have pitched it actually, so that I could have cast all 3 of these spells next turn and just put our opponent in a terrible, terrible block situation. I almost just want to ask the guy, why are you racing me? Like, so our opponent's showing that, I mean, he probably has Feet of Resistance in his hand, I would think, which would give those things a Death Touch. So or maybe that he just wants to activate. Block, fac. It's not even that good though. It'll get prowess regardless though, and I don't have to attack with those guys. So we'll force here. The spell fizzles, it fizzles. I could honestly care less there. Well, yes, I would like to loot. We'll just pitch it, we drew. I'm gonna attack with all. He'll sack here to bolster here. He doesn't have anything big enough to do anything with that though, like stop what's happening. Okay, so he wants to trade there, take 4 to bolster up. That's all okay. And those will be his only blocks. The funny thing is we can just like buy back the rune with the Warden of the Inward Eye as well, since it's not just instant or sorcery, it's just non-creature, non-land, so... Has to play the 2/3. Burning away. Punch him for 2. One. As the feet. Of course, of course, of course. That puts us in a bit of a predicament, I gotta say. So we'll get card back for 5. Huh. So we can get right into being, force away, fierce indication, rune mark, burn away. Pyrotechnics is probably the spell we want to be buying back now. We may actually end up losing this game, to be honest. That's okay. Actually, yeah, he just outright wins on board there, so we'll just go to game 3. I don't feel like his deck is any better than our deck by any means. I probably misplayed a few things there. Didn't really expect the Dragon Scale boon, though, I will be honest. Seeing more of his deck. I kind of want Active Treason. I don't think we really need it. It'd probably go in over like a right into being. But I don't think we really need it, like I said. So we're dependent on drawing a land. And even if we draw a land, we're not in the best of condition. I'm going to ship this one. This one, at least we have a little more action. So we'll keep Bivouac. If we get to 6 this game to cast Mob Rule, it's probably a good shape. 3 drop, huh? Really want Maroon Mark over land actually this turn. Flyer's okay, but so we went to 6, kept a 3-land hand, have not drawn a land yet. Yeah, I don't know if we win this game either. It's probably just fine. Probably all just going to be fine. So this has been the story of my life the last 2 weeks, actually. Like, I'll ship to even keep a 3-land hand, constructed, limited, doesn't matter, and then I just don't ever draw another one. So it's okay. I love losing this way. It's probably my favorite. It actually is my favorite. Yep. I'm half tempted just to scoop them up now, but I probably should. We're on a 4-turn clock, and even then we have to draw 2 out of the next 4 to be lands. We can't cast a single spell in our hand because we played cards that cost 5, like you normally are A-okay to do, and half your deck is lands. But what do you do? There's that Sabertooth. So this has been the story of my life. If there was any reason that I would want to step back from playing like so much Magic right now, it would be 2 weeks consistently of this. The draft that I did last night for video, the deck was really good. It was really, really good, honestly, and it ended up 1-2 because 2 matches in Game 3, this exact scenario happened. Friday Night Magic, this exact scenario happened, and we just died to no lands. So there's that. Thanks for watching the landless draft, guys.